We have a company at hand. Netweb Technologies is the company we're speaking with. They reported a strong set for the first quarter. Revenues and profit after tax was up 150 and 200% respectively. You know, we've heard about Netweb Technologies. We've had sort of portfolio managers coming on and talking about how Netweb is a strong play on the data center build-out that India will see. We have Sanjay Lodha, Chairman and Managing Director at the company, joining us now to take some questions. Sanjay, good morning. Good to have you with us here. Thank you very much for your time. Prashant, this side. I mean, so, you know, we'll come to that opportunity on data centers, etc. in just a bit. But just numbers, 40% growth. You've been growing at 40% CAGR for the last 2-3 years. Can you continue with this kind of growth in FY25 as well?
Yeah, actually, basically, we have been guiding actually 35 to 40% of growth, actually, approximately. Last year also we did it. And every quarter, whatever we indicated, whatever we guided, we were able to overachieve that. And basically that kind of momentum I could see actually in the market. And this is the kind of growth we are not seeing basically in 1 quarter or 2 quarters. We have been witnessing it for last approximately three plus years. And we hope that this journey is going to go on. Because, you know, basically the tailwinds are really excellent. You see, basically, I've never seen the data center market, the data center demand in the country growing as fast as it is growing at this point of time. Basically, there is a breadth of data center space. There used to be time 2-3 years back when basically data centers were really struggling to get with their space filled up. But today, basically, new data centers are coming up. And data center definitely is booming. So definitely the private cloud market is blooming. What has happened is that previously the data center was primarily based on more bare metal and all that. But now data center has evolved. And data center requires basically private cloud kind of a thing. And plus the kind of GPU compute, which is really pacing up very, very well. I think all those factors are really boosting the data center growth. And I feel this is happening.
Right. Sorry to interrupt. How much of your end use market is data centers? Is all of it data centers? And so in a way, you're tied at the hip to the growth on that market. I think data center capacity now is about 1,000 megawatt in India. I was looking at projections. It's expected to go up to about 1,700 megawatts by the end of next year, by some estimates. So just your thoughts. I mean, end use for you, how much is data centers?
So basically what happens is that if you see my business is primarily split into 3 major segments. First is the supercomputing, actually, that is the HPC, high performance computing. That primarily moreover goes into the government segment. That is around 50% of my business. And 50% of my business is from enterprise. So basically the 3 segments which we work in is, one is supercomputing, second is private cloud, third is AI, and basically AI and AI workstations. So basically, if you really see the HPC part of it is somewhere around 35% of my business. Around 35% of my business comes from the private cloud. So this private cloud piece clearly goes into the data center, because basically the enterprise customers and the large customers, basically primarily most of this goes into the data center.
Okay, all right. Hi, Mr. Lodha. Good morning and good to see you win. A couple of questions. For this year as well, you're telling us that you've grown at 35-40%. We've got that. So for this year as well, will you grow at 40% or will it more than that? And since you mentioned AI systems, I think it's risen from around 7% of your total mix, closer to around 15% of your mix. Where does this number head to?
Yeah, so basically, I will still be guiding you around 30 to 35% growth only, as we have been doing it earlier. Because basically, this industry is basically we can predict. And if you see my order book, that was around 400 crores in March. And again, my order book is again for around basically similar number again now, even though basically after registering of around 143% kind of a growth approximately. So basically that gives me a very, very confident feeling that I'll be definitely achieving the 30 to 35% growth which we have indicated very clearly. As regards AI systems is concerned, you know, we are one of the OEMs which is basically signed up directly with NVIDIA, wherein we are manufacturing systems based on their latest architectures and all. So definitely we are seeing a lot of traction around it. And you can see it in my numbers also that it was basically last year, it was around 7% during this period. It has risen to around 15%. So that definitely AI systems is again boosting the growth further. And we are very sure that this will keep on boosting further in the future.
Sure. Do you have any acquisitions that you're looking at? Because you have mentioned in the past that you're looking at some strategic acquisitions, but I think you're not closed in on a timeline. Any update that you can give us?
Yeah, so basically the acquisitions, we don't want a general acquisition. We want basically, rather than, we have a very strong R&D team. which was around 54 people while we went for an IPO. It is now around 70, 75 people now. So basically, we are looking for some kind of strategic acquisitions in the domain we work. We are still talking to some people. There are some discussions which are happening, but I think you will have to wait for more quarters so as to have a firm news on that.
So just a very basic question, and apologies for that, but in all these segments, this is all equipment, right, that you are supplying for all these end markets, hardware.
Yeah, so I will tell you. Basically, basically our mix is very different. That makes us basically very different, and wherein you find it very difficult to find peers for us. We design our hardware, we manufacture our hardware. This quarter, basically, we inaugurated our state-of-art facility, the server manufacturing facility, which is one of its kind in the country today, and it was inaugurated by none other than IT Secretary himself. So basically, that was done on 10th of May. So we design our complete systems, our motherboards and everything. We do our manufacturing, and we have our own software stack. We don't sell boxes at all. So basically, the focus is really not selling boxes at all. Our focus from the very beginning has been to sell complete solutions. And I think that creates a differentiator for us. So basically, it's not only the hardware, it's the hardware plus the software. So we sell it in an appliance mode, like basically for supercomputing also, same way for private cloud and HCI, and same way for AI systems. So we have our own software stack, which we bundle along with our equipment and sell it. We don't sell our software separately, and we don't sell our hardware separately.
So this is in terms of, so this is a one-time sale, or is there an annuity kind of business as well for maintenance, etc.?
So basically,
that revenue which trails. Yeah.
Again, there's a very unique factor in this. This is basically one-time sale to the customer. But most of our customers are enterprise customers and high-end government customers, and the technology life cycle changes within 18 months approximately. So basically, within 3 to 5 years, the customer comes back to us for a refresh. So rather than targeting annuity revenue, we target the revenue, the repeat revenue from them. If you see my strategic presentation and all those things very clearly, the repeat business from the customers is pretty high.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Appreciate you joining in, Sanjay. Great speaking, and thanks for joining us. So that's the management of Netweb Technologies.